Last Thursday, I spent the day at the Center for Street Children in Belo Horizonte. When I got there in the morning, I met with the director and a bunch of the street children. The director decided to take me out into the streets to look for other children who needed help, needed the help that the people at the Center for Street Children had. It wasn't hard to find children that need help in Belo Horizonte. We found them, we brought them back, and they started to tell me about their lives, about their day-to-day living, their situation. After spending some time with these kids, I know my life will never be the same. What you're about to see is reality for almost 8 million children in Brazil. This is the VW microbus for the National Center for Street Children. They take the bus out every day to go and look for street kids, look for kids that need help. Sometimes it's hard to get the kids to come back to the street center, so they got a radio for the bus. Kids never get to hear music. When they hear the radio, they want to get in, and then they bring them back. Just about ready to take off. Go look for even more of these street kids. We're just getting out of the microbus here to go and talk with these street children and see if they want to come back to the center. See if they want to get some food and get cleaned up a bit and maybe get into some recreation. These guys go out every day in this bus and try and gather up some of these street kids. These kids live under bridges. They live in viaducts. They live in boxes. They live wherever they can. They have no family. No real brothers and sisters, except their brothers and sisters in the street. This is it, man. This is home. This is home for these kids. This is the only home they know. Oi. Entre. Looks like a lot of them want to go back to the center already. Usually it takes a little bit of persuasion, not much though. Here at the Center for Street Children, these kids get a chance to clean up. Get a chance to brush their teeth and wash their face. Something I always took for granted. These guys don't have any way to do that. Don't have any way to keep themselves clean except here. They just said a group prayer and now they're giving the kids some food. Some bread and some yogurt. It's not much, but it's probably all most of them will eat all day. Might be all, a lot of them eat for 2 or 3 days. According to a book written by Gibraltar Demstein down in Sao Paulo, there are 500,000 underage prostitutes in Brazil. 500,000 girls under the age of 18 that have to resort to prostitution to survive. These are some of the children, some of the girls that live in the streets. We're here at the Center for the Street Children, and they have a little refuge from the violence and the sexual exploitation and the drugs. There's some hope. There's always hope. This is Papedo. He's 18 years old. He's been living in the streets since he was 11. He just got out of prison. He was in prison this time for 3 years. We asked him what it was like. He said he liked it. He said he liked it because he could work, and he could study, and he could eat. And we said, well, weren't you ever beat? And he said, yeah, I was beat all the time. We said, how? And he said they took a used tire, cut it up, and beat him on the back with it constantly. And we said, you still liked it? And he said, yeah. He said he liked it because he could work, and he could eat, and he could study. But he was beaten constantly. Out of the 7 or 8 million street children that live in Brazil, that live in the streets of Brazil, 45% are heavy drug users. 45% of all these children use 3 or more drugs every day, like this. They've got paint thinner and they're rubbing it into their clothes, then they inhale it. It's not paint thinner, it's glue. It's something that helps them escape. God, it's so harmful. The street children travel in gangs to survive. They call these gangs bands. Most bands have about 40 to 50 children in them. Some of the bands have as many as 70. They have to stick together if they want to make it. They have nobody else but each other. A lot of violence within these bands. A lot of times the older boys rape the younger boys. Girls are always exploited. The girls are sometimes gang raped. The older boys call it ronda, when 12 or 13 of them are with one girl. It's a very tough world.
Não, fecha a boca, senhor.